More than 70 people died in late August in a fire that engulfed a so-called hijacked building, a dwelling left vacant and neglected in the 1990s, when businesses left Johannesburg's inner city for the affluent suburbs. Housing officials say crime syndicates soon took over the dwellings, sometimes with fraudulent housing deeds they used to collect rent from unsuspecting residents, who either pay or are pushed out. According to government statistics, thousands live in such buildings across the city, with little access to clean drinking water, electricity and plumbing amid an affordable housing crisis. While criminal syndicates are often linked to hijacked buildings, the situation is sometimes more complicated. In some cases, legal ownership of the housing is in question. Inner city resident Lizweletse Ndlovu and his neighbors have been waiting for the courts to rule on a years-long dispute over the ownership of the building they live in. In the meantime, court has ordered a hold on rent payments, although residents must continue to pay for services while a final judgment is pending.
Because we have got more than 2 people claiming to own the place, we have to put the money together as a community and buy whatever it has to be bought. And we fix some of things like plumbing, we do ourselves. Cleaning, we do ourselves. While we wait for the courts.
The city of Johannesburg says it has intervened in recent years to address the challenge of hijacked buildings and plans to acquire buildings whose owners are not traceable. But for Freda Mutswane, who lives in an unlawfully occupied building believed to be owned by the city, political promises feel empty. Residents there say they have been without running water since May 2022 and must rely on a fire hydrant for their water needs.
But since from last year, after we got the problem of water, since then they never come and fix anything. They keep on promising us.
Experts say that a housing crisis lies behind the substandard living conditions.
Well, these spaces in which thousands of inner city residents are living emerge out of an urban housing crisis. And so many low-income households are forced to live either in very poor conditions or unlawfully. And criminality and exploitation arises out of that.
Sifiso Zuma is the treasurer for the Inner City Federation, a coalition of tenants and unlawful occupiers. He says politicians aren't listening to their pleas for help.
If you want to go to their office, they are not going to allow you to go and talk to them. But if there's a tragedy like this one, it's where you are going to see them. Then after this, it's done.
In the aftermath of the devastating August fire, a city spokesperson says city, provincial and national officials have been meeting to address the housing crisis and find a way to improve the living conditions of inner city residents. Jan Borman, VOA News, Johannesburg, South Africa.